Hi Meghana, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
I am also doing good. Okay, so first of all, a big congratulations on getting admit from 5 universities. All right, and that too with scholarship, right?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, so before I shoot the questions, I would like you to give a brief introduction about yourself, your academic background, your work experience background, and all of these things.
Okay, sure. So I am an engineer. I'm an electronics engineer and graduated back in 2020 from RVC Bangalore. I have around 3.5 years of work experience in the field. So yeah, that's pretty much about my professional and academic background.
So, I would like the very first question. Basically, I would like you to let me know as to what do you think? How did you like the services?
Sure. So I started my journey with MiM Essay from a profile evaluation call that you people offer to everyone. So ever since then, the process has been really great for me. They've been really helpful to me throughout the journey. I mean, how accurate they have been at assessing my chances at the MBA admissions is really great. I've used the profile evaluation tool that's been offered, and that has been pretty much on point, wherein I can assess what kind of universities that I can apply to and everything. The profile evaluation call was really helpful to understand where I stood amongst thousands and thousands of applicants who apply to business schools every year. When I started off my journey, I still hadn't completed my GMAT and everything. So, helping me with resources for that, what kind of universities to apply to based on if my score was going to improve or not, the different rungs of colleges that I can apply to, for example, like your READ schools, your SAFE schools, your ambitious schools. All of this has been really great. The process, the profile evaluation, brainstorming, the brainstorming sessions I have for each and every essay with my consultant, they've been really helpful. They've been very insightful, and the corrections that I wouldn't know as someone who's looking into this whole process for the first time. Third party perspective really played a very major role in me crafting a very good applications to a lot of business schools. And I'm very happy to the point where I've reached. It doesn't just stop at your LORs or your essays, right? Even when it comes to mock interviews, the mock interviews that I had with my consultant, they were deeply insightful around my timing and the kind of content that I had to talk about during my interviews, what would be more appealing to the admissions committee. All of these insights I would have really missed if not for my consultant. So I've been very happy with taking up MIMSA as my consultant.
That's really great. That's great. I believe like they have added like a huge value to the application.
Yeah, crafting my resume, the kind of impact that you would want to tell the admissions committee about based on your projects, the LORs, how to craft them. All of these insights have been really helpful. The content team has been really great in helping me write my essays and everything. That's been very helpful, and they've added a lot of value to my MBA applications.
Okay. Okay, so I would like to know like is there any one thing that you like the best for the services that you were provided? Any one of the best features basically?
Sure. The brainstorming call was something that really helped me. The portal, especially, was very helpful in me introspecting about my life as well. The kind of questions that I asked ever since your the childhood, your academic performances, your professional life, your extracurriculars, all of the questions that were asked really helped me in my introspection as well. And the brainstorming call was where I could actually sit with an expert and discuss all of these things, what my weaknesses were, what my strengths were. That really helped me align myself as well, what additional, like based on what I've done till date and what additional things would add value to my application process. That really provided a lot of insights for me as well. And what would carry more weightage when it comes to an MBA application. Understanding all of these points were very crucial for my application process. So I felt like that call was very helpful for me.
Okay, I would like to ask, of course, you have a great profile, right? Of course. But how did you, when you initially came in, right? Your resume, your LORs, the thought procedure that you had for your essays, they were at like a initial stage, right? Post the
True.
consultancy that was provided to you by the consultants, or the editing process that the content team helped you in, how did the documents basically took a step forward? How did they come out to be? What changes did you basically see in them?
So I think it was my first ever application that was to Tuck Dartmouth. My initial essay draft was, so you have a few essay prompts, right, in every application. Basically, whatever stories that I had, whatever data points that I had collected. So my consultant really helped guided me around what are all the things that you could do when it came to reaching out to current students or alumni, reaching out to admissions committee, attending seminars, what kind of questions would you ask them, what kind of data points would you collect from them. All of these guidelines were really helpful for me because those were the personal touches that are expected in your MBA application. So in my first essay draft, very first essay draft was just me adding paragraphs and paragraphs of just storylines which I thought would apply to that particular question. And I believe my first call went on for an hour and a half or two. It was pretty long. So it was going through every single story, the kind of iterations that it went through, in just picking the right data points, the picking the right storylines for every single prompt that's out there. That was something that really helped me understand how to approach this in the first place. And whether it be my resume or my essays, the kind of iterations that it went through, the kind of things that was suggested by both the content team and the consultant was a great insight for me as well to draft my essays and everything. So yeah, the perspective of them when it came to what I need to tell the admissions committee was something that was incredible for me, and I really needed it at that point.
Okay, so as initially we started, you have five admits, right? So which one have you
Yeah.
accepted to go ahead with?
So it's going to be Kellogg School of Management, Northwestern. So it was a close call between Kellogg and Tuck. They were literally the first, like Tuck was my very first application, and Northwestern, like Kellogg, was my second application. And those were communities I really bonded with, wherein I really liked the school, the approach that they have, the kind of people that come to the school. That was something that was very appealing to me right away. So it was a difficult decision to make. But yeah, it was a close call, and it's Kellogg.
I'm so happy for you. It's honestly like really nice. Do you have any suggestion for the people who are actually planning to go abroad and do their study, do their masters, and would you like to suggest them for our services?
So there is a three-step process to your application, which I at least thought was very important. So one is your introspection, and this needs to start early so that if you feel that there are some gaps that you can fill, you should have enough time to do it. The second part is research. You knowing the school in and out and knowing what you want from the school is very important. So there are multiple resources online, the college website, all of these things are going to play a very important role in understanding how the university is, what all they have to offer. And finally, it's networking. So networking is not just something that you would do in the MBA. That is something you start off during your application process. So no matter how much research you do online, those are resources that are available to every single person out there, right? So it's just there on the internet and anyone can access it. So that's where you connecting with students who are studying there, who studied there, comes into picture, wherein you get a glimpse into their personal experience, anecdotes from their time at that particular university, and that is something that's pretty only to you. Not everyone will have access to that. So this will the kind of stories that you get from them can help you stand apart from the other applicants that are going to be there. So these three are very important steps. And I feel like MIMSA played a very major role in the first two aspects of things when it came to introspection or research, wherein the consultant will have a lot of knowledge about the MBA, the business schools as a whole, and the school that you're applying to. So all of these things really helped me understand what all stories I had in place, first of all, in order to tell them. So like I mentioned, MIMSC was a was a great tool for me. So I would really suggest anyone who's looking for a consultant in the first place to take up the profile evaluation call, try to understand the kind of services that are provided in the first place, how MIMSA is going to help you throughout the process. So I really urge all of you all to take the profile evaluation call first, understand the services, and I assure you that they're going to be of great help to all of you.
That was about it. Okay. And I'm extremely happy because this just makes me feel so proud. I mean, again, this is really good. All right.
Thank
And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much. And I hope, I hope you all best enjoy there, learn as much as you can. Right. Yeah, that's about it. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much. It was great talking to you as well.
Thank you.